Page 47, Etude. An etude is a study piece for something. Something about playing the piano that using some aspect of piano technique or piano playing or interpretation or something. It's like a practice piece almost, except that's not really a practice piece. So these etudes can be performed. In this etude, we are using the different chords and the different keys, the different positions that we've covered so far. In this book, they call them groups. I've never heard them called groups before, but that's fine. If you want to call it a group, I don't care what you call it. Look on page 46 at the bottom. They've got the C chord. A couple measures later, there's an F chord. A couple measures later, there's a G chord. Back to the C chord. It covers also the keys that we've had. We've had C major, we've had G major, we've had F major, and we've had, okay. They call that a group one. If you were to go, I played the group one chord, and another musician say, what? Because they have no idea what a group one is. Okay, this is something specific to this book, as far as I know. It's new to me anyway. It maybe it's popular in some other country. But the etude is using these three things. So if you look at the first couple of measures, you're in C position, right? And then if you go over to the third measure on the first line, now you're in F position. And then the second line, you're in G position. And then finally, the last two measures of the second line, you're back in C position. So we're playing these three positions, these three keys, if you will. It's why the B flat is there, because in F, there's a B flat. In G, there's no F sharp in the piece, so we don't need the sharps in there. But if there were, there would be an F sharp in there, believe me. Okay. So what we're going to do is play this. Now the idea is you're going to move your hands around. So let's talk about moving your hands around. We've done a little bit of that with the finger spidery walking thing. But now it's just a flat out move. You got to look down at the keyboard when you move these, okay? So you're starting out in C position. You're going to play the first two measures, okay? Then you get a one beat rest in there, okay? The second measure has 1 quarter rest. So during that quarter rest, you got to get your left hand up into F position. It's not going very far. Now once you get it there, sometime during that measure, you can wait until the quarter rest if you want, you got to get the right hand up. You don't have to move them at the same time. You need the left hand up first because you're going to play it. The right hand can move up a little bit later. You want to try moving them both at the same time, it's up to you. I don't recommend it to start with. Then when you get to the end of the first line during that rest, you got to move your left hand up 1 key. Now I'm hoping you get to the point where you can move up or down 1 key without looking at the keyboard. So here, maybe you can move up without looking. If you want to move both hands at the same time, that's fine, it's up to you. Otherwise, make sure you get the left hand up there before you need to play that first note in the second line, the G. Then you can get the other hand up when you're ready. Then when you go to the third measure, the second line, during the quarter rest before it, the left hand's got to go down to C position. And once you're there and you're sometime during that measure, you can move the right hand down. And there you're going to have to look down at the keyboard as you move, so it's up to you. You might have to memorize a few notes or something, because the beat cannot stop or hesitate. The beat's got to go just like the metronome is pouncing it out. So you got to get it smooth rhythmically. We're doing eighth notes, 1 and 2 and, 1 and 2 and 3 and rest and, 1 and, okay? And I would recommend you stick with this till you can play it smoothly, all right? There's no hurry to get through the book, so work on this, because this idea of moving your hand around like this, you're going to need to get good at that. Let's try this out and see what happens. They have these little arrows to remind you you're moving your hands in whatever direction. You don't need the arrows. I just explained to you what to do and how to do it. So, good for us. So, They put the name of the chords up there. That's nice of them, I guess. It would be fun to play this. It'd be more interesting with a guitar accompanying it, actually. It'd be more interesting to listen to, anyway. Let's try to give you 4 counts, because it's in 4/4 time. So, we're starting out in C position. So, put both hands up and ready to go. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Rest. Rest, 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 rest.